Welcome to Career Campus Pro YouTube channel. My name is Kiran Baburaj and today we are discussing about SQL or SQL, the structured query language, which is the foundation of modern data management, and it is a standard language that powers database behind virtually every app and website you visit daily. So what exactly is SQL? It is a standardized programming language specifically designed for managing and manipulating relational databases. It was created in 1970s and first commercially distributed by Oracle. SQL has become the universal language of data. It was originally called SQL by IBM before being shortened to the three-letter acronym we use today. Let's break down the core components of SQL systems. First, we have the databases, organized collection of related information. Within databases, we have tables, the structure similar to the spreadsheet that store specific types of data. And the queries are the commands that we use to request or modify the data. The procedures are the saved commands that can be executed repeatedly for common tasks. And finally, the transactions, the group actions together to maintain the data. Now let's understand how SQL organizes the data. SQL databases are built around tables. Think of them like the spreadsheet with rows and columns. Each columns define specific type of data like name or date of birth. Each row represents a complete entry such as a customer or a product. Primary key and foreign keys, which create the relationship between different tables connecting your data into a meaningful network. Moving on to some basic SQL command. Select star from employees where salary greater than 50,000. It means to show all information about employees who earns more than 50,000. Simple, right? This readability is what makes SQL so powerful. It's almost like writing any sentence in English. Now let's have a look at the working of SQL. The process begins with the input, when you submit a query through an interface. Next comes parsing, where the database engine processes and validates the query. Then optimization occurs. The database generates the most efficient plan to execute the request, and after that, execution happens. The data is processed using the storage engine, and finally, you receive the output, the formatted result of your query. The SQL commands are grouped into 5 major categories, each serving a distinct purpose. The first one, DDL or Data Definition Language, includes the commands like create, alter, and drop, which define and modify the database structure. Next, the DML or Data Manipulation Language features insert, update, and delete. These commands that let you to manipulate the data within the tables. Next, the data query language DQL. It is centered around the powerful select command for retrieving the data. And moving on to the DCL, the data control language, including grant and revoke for managing user access and permissions. And finally, the TCL or transaction control language has commands like commit and rollback to manage transactions and ensure data integrity. You might also have heard about NoSQL databases. So let's compare with the SQL databases. The core difference is in how they handle the data relationship. SQL databases are relational, organizing data in structured tables with defined schema. But NoSQL databases are non-relational with flexible structures like documents or key value pairs. SQL enforces a fixed schema where data structure is defined before you insert the data. But NoSQL offers dynamic schemas adapting to changes on the fly. MySQL, PostgreSQL, and SQL Server dominate the SQL world, while the MongoDB, Firebase, and Redis lead in NoSQL databases. When you should use each, SQL shines with the structured data and transactions that need readability. NoSQL excels with big data applications and flexible data models that change frequently. SQL offers some robust security features to protect your valuable data, such as user authentication, access control management, data encryption to protect the sensitive information, SQL injection prevention, and comprehensive audit trails track who accessed the data and when, creating the accountability. SQL powers countless applications across various industries. In business, it enables data analysts that drives the strategic decisions. The customer relationship management systems. Financial institutions use SQL to process transactions securely and accurately. The retailers spend their SQL on inventory management across the warehouses, and nearly every web application uses a Connect SQL database on the backend. As you learn SQL, you will discover more powerful features such as join operation that let you combine the data from multiple tables seamlessly. Subqueries allowing you to nest the queries within the queries for complex logic. Aggregations to summarize the data with functions like count, sum, and average. And for data analyst, we have the window functions, the game changers allowing for the sophisticated calculation across related rows of data. By mastering SQL, you will gain a skill that is universally valued across tech, business intelligence, data science, and beyond. Start learning SQL today to unlock the powerful data management capabilities and build applications that can scale to millions of users. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe for more database and programming tutorials.